Good afternoon, everybody. Good morning or good evening. My name is Samori Swigert. I am a writer, contributor, author to the Your Black World Network. And I have the privilege to actually be working with Dr. Boyce Watkins with Financial Juneteenth, where we try to create a platform to keep the audience informed about different businesses, different financial endeavors, and ideas that can somehow uplift people economically. And so I'm actually blessed and have the privilege to interview an entrepreneur and inventor. His name is Mr. STEPHON ZACKERY, and he's from the Atlanta, Georgia area. And he's created and patented a very, very unique device that I say is going to be groundbreaking to the sporting goods industry, which is a multi-billion-dollar industry. And I'm glad to see that he's going to be having his hand in the pot stirring it. We actually did this interview during Black History Month, but we were trying to get the recordings correct. So we didn't have it then, but nevertheless, we're making history now. So without further ado, Mr. STEPHON ZACKERY, I just wanted to say hello and let you say hello to the Your Black World audience.
How you doing, Samora? And hello, everybody. I'd like to thank you, Samora, for this opportunity to share our product, which we're very, very excited about. And hopefully that your audience, after they hear what this product is, they will be excited about it as well.
All right. Sounds great. So let's get it off. I got a few questions that we're going to go through that. One, it will kind of let the viewers and the audience know what you have to offer. It will also probably inspire a lot of people that have ideas that they kind of always want to get patented or marketed, wanted a platform. So I think when we get through this interview, this will probably change a lot of people's minds about being active about their dreams and pursuing their dreams and learning about how to go through marketing and patenting, and at the same time exposing your product to the masses and hopefully give you some type of sales and generate revenue. So let's go with the first one, and that was, now how did you come up with the idea of the XZACKSWING trainer, and why did you develop it?
Well, the way that I came up with this idea was simply trying to help my younger son to develop more speed, more bat speed at the batter's box. I needed him to be more powerful at the plate. And one night in the den, he had a bat in his hand. I grabbed the barrel of the bat as he held the handle of the bat, and he began to pull it. And once he began to pull it, this thought came into my mind. I went back to my bedroom, laid down, and I was getting prepared for bed. And when I laid down, this image came to me. And I was like, whoa, what is that? So that is the beginning of how this thing started. Now, the reason why I developed the product is to help kids to be better hitters and more powerful hitters when it comes to baseball. And I think this product will address that issue, and it'll create a healthy benefit for them in the process.
All right. Sounds good. Sounds good. All right. Let me ask you this question. How long would you say it took to decide that your invention was complete and ready for patent? How did you know it was complete and ready for patent?
Well, it took us about a year's time to determine that it was complete and ready for patent. When we first came up with the idea, the inception of the idea, like I said, this vision came to me that night. The next day, I went to shop at a retail store here, and as I was coming through the line to cash out, I looked at these bungee cords, and something went off on the inside of me about getting those cords. But nevertheless, I neglected to get the cords because I didn't think I needed them. I went to get my hair cut, and as I was sitting in the barber's chair, I couldn't get those bungee cords off of my mind. So I went back to that store, purchased the bungee cord, brought them home, put them on the bed, and I was like, wow, what am I supposed to do with this? And the next morning, as I was brushing my teeth, another vision came to me, and I knew what I was supposed to do. So that took about a year's time. And over that time, we got it perfected. And the thing that let me know that it was a viable product is that I took my son out to the baseball park and we set it up to start using it. And as we was using it, there was another gentleman out training his son. And once my son started to use this apparatus, that gentleman dropped everything that he was doing and he came over to see what we had. And as he began to inquire about it, we began to take it down from the fence. And he said, "Where can I get that?" And I said, "You'll be able to get this shortly online very, very soon." So when we saw that, we knew we had a viable product.
Right. Okay. Yeah. So basically, but it's good. I was kind of in my head, I was like smiling at the fact that you had that steadfastness to listen to that inner voice. You were saying that you were in line and, I guess it just kind of came to you just looking at these bands and, something was there. A lot of people will kind of ignore that inner voice and, if they choose to dismiss that, they could be walking away from, maybe a big dream, but you stuck to it and, it resonated with you internally for a while. And then it came to you, and we're interviewing you for something that actually is ready for market. So that's good. And as far as the people at the baseball diamond and looking at you and your son, go through the motion with the product, that's funny to me because it's like you really don't know what you may have per se, but somebody else can see that it's worth a lot of money, or they can see the utility in it. So that's, I commend you on that.
Yeah, that was just a confirmation to us of what we already knew, but it was exciting to have that confirmation of, yeah, this is a great product.
Right. Okay. Let me ask you this question now. Here's a big thing that when you talk to a lot of people that have dreams and goals, and accomplishments that they want to pursue, oftentimes they are ridden with fear, a little bit of trepidation, sometimes some doubt. They don't have the confidence or belief in themselves or in the idea that they have. Can you tell me about 2 or 3 fears that you may have had while you were developing this product?
Now, to be honest with you, when developing this product, I didn't experience any fears because I was so convinced and excited about what I knew was given to me. When the details were given to me on how to put this product together, once it got fully assembled, I was amazed at it, honestly. So there was no fears, there was no trepidation. I was just excited and I was confident to get this product to the market because I knew the benefit that it would provide to the end user. So, but I understand what you're saying, where people fear taking chances on going after their goals or after their dreams. Now, this is not my first rodeo. I've tried several things in the past. So those fears that I once had in the past, when I faced those fears, even though I wasn't successful per se in those endeavors, I knew how to step out in faith and make things happen. I was comfortable at stepping out in faith because I had did it several times before. But I understand that anyone that has not taken that step of faith prior to going into a business venture, yeah, there's going to be some fears. There's going to be some apprehensions. There's going to be some doubt running through the course of your mind. But fortunately for me, because of that past experience, I had no fear and I was ready to step out on faith.
Wow. Now, see, I think that right there, what you said is very important. It's key because a lot of people, well, for one, a lot of people are scared to admit to their fears. A lot of people run away from it because we're stuck in that I want to be safe, I want to be comfortable. And so they're scared to step out on faith. But the other thing was that, you're like, okay, I may have had other endeavors that I want to try, and they may not have been successful in the realm in which you may have hoped for, but you didn't allow that to discourage you, and you didn't let that hinder you. You only took that as a lesson or something that you can add to your stash of, I guess, tools to kind of propel you forward. So that's another good tool for your success. All right, so let me ask this question now. Can you explain what the product does and how it works? And once again, what's the name of the product that you're patented and you're selling?
The name of the product is called the XZACKSWING trainer. Now, the product is a apparatus, it's a swinging device that is designed to condition the muscle, develop the muscle, and strengthen the muscles in the act of the swing. So every muscle group that is conducive to the baseball swing, the XZACKSWING trainer will develop those muscles, condition those muscles, and strengthen those muscles in the act of the swing. Now, as that act of exercise is being repeated for a period of time, it actually developed muscle memory. And that's where you want to get to where you have no thoughts about how to approach the batter's box. Now, it helps with the technique of the swing as well. There's a term in the baseball arena, what is deemed as casting, like a fisherman would cast a rod. Okay. That first element of swing is something that you don't want in the baseball arena. You want the athlete to be able to go directly straight to the baseball. Now, that's what our product does. We have a short band, and that helps us to develop quick hands and go straight to the baseball. Okay. And it works the upper body muscle group, the core muscle group, the lower body muscle group. Now, mind you, it's doing all of that in the act of the swing. So that technique is being developed, and the strength and power to go along with that technique is being developed. Now, that's a unique thing about our product. And as opposed to the athlete doing bench presses, doing push-ups, doing pull-ups, those things that increase strength to become a stronger and more powerful hitter is essential. But the unique thing about ours is that strength and that development is taking place in the very act of the swing.
Okay, so it's very target directed and focused on the exact muscle groups that are components that need to be incorporated into the swing. So, all right, so that's good then. So it's definitely targeted, and it's going to get the fast, increase the speed of the swing, the strength of it. Okay, I can definitely see it. I can definitely see it. It's essential. All right.
Now, what we use to get to that end result is resistance bands. And as you know, resistance bands are something that's used widely in the athletic arena. Mm-hmm. And the reason why they are used so widely in the athletic arena is that they isolate and target the muscle groups, and they burn fat and build strength quicker, in my opinion, than actually lifting weights.
Right.
Through that resistance. Mm-hmm.
And I'd probably say safer too, you know.
Right. Because it doesn't put any stress on the joints. So, and that's very, very important, because if I'm benching 200 pounds, then that 200 pounds is putting stress on my joints. Now, if I can take a resistance band that is equivalent to those 200 pounds and begin to pull that, then it alleviates any stress on my joints, none whatsoever.
Right. All right. Smart. Okay. So let's try the next one. All right. Can you explain the patent process for the audience, like timeline, costs, research involved, paperwork, patent lawyers, legal work, just that, the whole, what they would say, the shebang.
Right. Now, in my case, when I pursued a patent attorney, he let me know up front that it was going to be a 3 to 5 year process, and it can cost me anywhere between $15,000 and $20,000. And so we had to get prepared for that. Now, in the initial stages, what we did is we just began to research and search for other products that was in the marketplace that was similar to what we had, similar to the components that we use, or even exactly what we had. So my wife and I started that search, and we did it for about 2 to 3 weeks. And then we had another friend of ours that has been in this patent process as well. He started the search for us also. And after we couldn't come up with anything, we went to this attorney, and he began to explain the patent process. Once we hired him, he began to apply for a patent pending process. And once that patent pending process started, those that was assigned to our particular product, they began to do their patent search and to determine not only if there was anything here in the United States that were remotely close or similar to what we had, but they also were searching in the international market as well. And they found out that there was not anything remotely close or similar to what we had. Well, there was one thing similar, but it wasn't close enough to that we would infringe on their particular product. So after this process, after about 16 months, we were awarded a patent. And we were thinking that it was going to be a 3 to 5 year process, but when we got this news that we were awarded the patent in 16 months, we were very, very excited about it. Now, let me say this for your audience as well. In my particular case, I had a working prototype when I hired my attorney. Not only did I have a working prototype, but I also had the drawings for my product already done. A CAD engineer had already did my drawings, and I also had a working prototype, which afforded me an opportunity to reduce the cost from that $15,000 to $20,000.
Right. Yeah, that's smart. The fact that you already had, I guess, the prototype and have the drawings down. It's refreshing actually listening to you describe this, because I had something that I actually want to get patent myself that I've been working on for a while, and just hearing you go through the different intricacies required, it's making me even rethink what I need to do. So you already had somebody that can draw the designs and everything for you. Okay, nice, very nice. Legal work, paperwork, research. Okay, timeline cost. All right, nice. Okay, so let's try a different question. Now, why do you currently choose to keep your product and business as a family-owned business and not to sell to a major sporting goods chain or corporation? Like, they have like Modell's or the Sports Authority, just different major retail stores for sporting goods. But, you choose to kind of keep this as a family business. Explain.
Well, the thing is, ever since I was a young kid, I always had a desire to create a family business. I had a granddaddy that I saw as an entrepreneur, and he passed away when I was 9 years old. But that desire was birthed in my heart to be an entrepreneur. And I used a different type of business ventures, different type of vehicles to get me to that destination. However, none of those vehicles afforded me the liberty of getting to that destination. However, when this product was given to me, I knew that it could be the vehicle to get me to that destination of generational wealth, something that I wanted to create for my family, for my children's children's children. Now, and the fact that I knew the value of what we had, I don't want to take this opportunity that has been afforded me, sell it to a corporation, and then forego the opportunity to be a blessing, not only to my family, but be a blessing to other individuals as well. And I have to recognize the value of what I have. Because if I don't recognize the value of what I have or understand it, then inevitably it'll be misused. And I think to sell this away to a manufacturer or a corporation to where they are able to glean the financial rewards would be a very, very poor choice on my part.
Right. That's it's funny. I have these conversations with a lot of my friends and associates, and what you said is very key. You saying that your grandfather, when you were 9, he kind of gave that model of, kind of being an entrepreneur, being your boss, controlling product, and that resonated with you. It stayed with you, and so just to see that impact, how it transcends generations. So now you're doing it. And then at the same time, you have your sons and your daughter that also get to see you put this all together. So it's like they are forced to actually see the same thing that you saw with your grandfather, even though he passed when you were younger. They're getting to see this now manifest with you. And so that's going to embed a lot of that entrepreneurial spirit, that boss personality inside them. So it's like you can only imagine when this takes off and when they start learning a lot of the business strategies and marketing strategies, the patenting process, networking. I can only imagine what it's going to look like. So that's awesome. Awesome.
Well, our goal is to perpetuate the success, and I believe that the generation that comes behind me should take this a little farther than what I did. And then their kids should be able to take it a little farther than what they did. So when you look at that family concept, that family continuity is essential, especially when you have something that is unique to the marketplace, something that has never been seen before, and something that's very, very simple, very effective, and most importantly, very affordable. And we can use this as a platform to build something that's, I think, will be here for a very long time, for, like I said, generations to come.
Right. Okay. You know what? Before I even go to the next question, I want to make sure that we get this in here so that individuals can they know where to look for the product and everything. You have a website that people can log on and check it out, or even purchase from, order from?
Yes. The website is XZACKSWINGtrainer.com. And the way that is spelled is the letter X, ZACKSWINGTRAINER.com. XZACKSWINGtrainer.com. And we have a Facebook page where you can contact us on the Facebook at facebook.com/XZACKSWINGtrainer. And our Instagram account you can contact us there at Instagram.com/XZACKSWINGtrainer. And we also have a Twitter account where you can reach us there at twitter.com/XZACKSWINGTrain. That's Exact Swing Train, not Exact Swing Trainer on the Twitter account.
Okay. Exact Swing Train for Twitter. Okay. Sounds good. All right. So, yeah, I had to get there because, it's one thing to have a good product, but people have to know how they can access it and purchase it. So, very good. Let me go to the next question for you. This is a good one. I know a lot of people, and this goes beyond even business. This goes into entertainers, stars, just a lot of people that they reach stardom or they come into some type of prominence or notoriety. How many people initially doubted your idea before you were awarded a patent? Usually people always you have your naysayers or, your haters. So if you have a numerical value of how many people may have doubted you, what's that number? And even if you can just expound on the idea, if you can remember.
Right. The number, I have no idea the number. However, I know my coworkers were they thought I was far-fetched in pursuing this idea. And they would talk among themselves about what I was doing. And, and then it would come back to me. And it was a lot of negative energy. However, it didn't affect me because my heart and mind was already fixed on where I was going. I had a made up mind on what I was going to pursue. Now, and to me, the things that I heard, the hating that I heard, the naysaying that I heard was simply child's play. I understood that what they were talking about was coming out of a place of fear that was on the inside of them, So I didn't charge it to their account, never addressed them about it. I did quite the opposite, actually. I began to encourage them to pursue some things and try to accomplish some things that would free them up to where they were able to take advantage of their creativity, their gifts and talents, and as opposed to just leasing them out at wholesale, letting the company get the difference on the retail side, right, and they keep the profit. You see? Right. So, you're going to have those naysayers out there, but what it did for me, it motivated me.
Good.
It gave me the desire to succeed, not to necessarily prove them wrong, but the desire to succeed.
Excellent. And I'm glad that you took that route because a lot of times people, they will listen more to what individuals think and say about you than they listen to their own inner voice and ideas that they've sat down with for like years and thought about. They'll listen to these outside influences, and that negative thinking will actually discourage them from actually pursuing their dreams. And the key thing to that is most of the people that actually will hate or, naysay, they've never even accomplished anything or may have never even patented anything or never ran a business. So it's just like you just have people that have a lack of experience just pouring hate on with no credentials or anything like that. So kudos to you.
Well, yeah, the way I look at it, the atmosphere is 16 times more negatively charged than it is positive. So that negative energy is going to be out there. What you have to do is develop the intestinal fortitude, using faith, to rise above that, and once you have a clear vision of where you're going and that thing have been birthed in your heart, the reality of it is that it exists. And what you're doing is bringing it into manifestation through your acts, through your disciplines, if you will. I think this is what I believe. I believe when a thought comes into a man's mind, and it encapsulates a vision, I think everything that man needs to accomplish and be successful with that vision, that goal, or that dream is in that thought. For instance, like if I had an apple seed, if I looked at that apple seed, held it in my hand and just looked at it, I could very easily discount the value of that apple seed. However, if I put it in the ground, water it, get it in the proper climate, then the program, that DNA coding that's in that apple seed goes to work.
Right.
The root system begins to be developed. The stem that comes up out of the ground is being developed. The leaves that is developed on those stems, and the apples that developed on those leaves from those stems. It all comes from the seed that was already programmed. Likewise, I believe, just like that apple seed, when a thought of an invention comes to you, programmed in that thought is the connections that you're going to need, is the finances that you're going to need, the intestinal fortitude that you're going to need, the right connections, and everything that you need to be successful in that business. Now, that's just what I believe.
No, I think I'm just sitting here listening like you're just dropping jewels, and I'm just like, wow, yeah, that's definitely. And the other thing, too, is being that seed is encoded and has everything there, the one thing you have to do is protect it so that
Absolutely.
It can have the ability to manifest and bloom into what it's supposed to be. Awesome. Very good. Very good. All right. Oh, here's one that that I think is very crucial, especially when we talk about generational wealth and we talk about family and the black family, because oftentimes we hear a lot of politicians nowadays saying African Americans and blacks, you know, the families need to lift themselves up by the bootstraps. No handouts, no welfares, no safety net, things of that nature. So let me ask you this question: how important was your family in the current success of your product? Your wife, your son's daughter. If you can, you don't have to get too personal if you don't want to. Whatever you want to reveal, but just how important was it?
It's essential. To me, uh, the family unit is very, very important as a support group. Uh, it's the foundation for which someone can build upon to create success. My wife, my children's, my parents, my siblings, all of those individuals have been very, very supportive. And when you begin to sit down and convey the visions to your family members, and if they buy into that vision, then they can support you or encourage you in times where their things may not be going exactly the way that you would hope they would go. Even though you are committed to it, they too begin to encourage you through the process. And that becomes very, very important. It becomes very essential to have that support from a family, which I believe is one of the key ingredients to motivate you to success. So yeah, family is very important. My wife has been there from day one. My sons have been there. They have been beneficiaries of the product. They've been using the product for a little over 2 years now. And it is evident in their ability to hit the baseball. And my daughter, has bought into the vision, and it's been an extremely helpful and support system for us in getting some of the things on the technical side done that I wasn't necessarily equipped to do. So yeah, we're all in it together.
Awesome. Very good. Very good. Everybody, I really want you to pay attention to what he just said. Family is crucial, and this is something that we have to think about because, even when we look at American history and we look at like a lot of people that have amassed wealth, a lot of that is family. Like, you talk about like the Carnegies and the Rockefellers, J.P. Morgan, everybody. It's like they keep that family money, and so it's working together. It's supporting your ideas, supporting the dreams, applying your energy, time, and beliefs into propelling your fellow family member and supporting them in their dreams and accomplishments. So that's good, and I applaud you on that, and I applaud your family for that. Let me ask you this question. What new life lessons did you discover about yourself throughout this whole process, from concept to commodity, or as some would say, from the root to the fruit? What have you learned about yourself through all of this?
The thing that I learned about myself is the ability to take ownership of the responsibility and the important task that is at hand on building a successful business or accomplishing a goal or a dream. Visionaries sometimes can be a very lonely proposition because that visionary has that dream, that goal, that idea that everybody may not see as clearly as he does.
Right.
But nevertheless, you still have to forge forward. You still have to stay committed, and you still have to discipline yourself to do all the necessary things that are essential for accomplishing that goal and dream. So the life lesson that I've learned that it's very important to take important to the responsibility of being a leader, a visionary, a business owner. And you can't take it lightly. I think operating at a high level of integrity is very important. And I've been learning along the way that you cannot compromise integrity. So, that life lesson is something that would take me very, very far. To compromise your values is something that you don't need to do and you ought not do as a leader. That is something that I've learned about myself in pursuing this process.
I think that's very important. Oftentimes we see a lot of people, especially when we talk about we see a lot of entertainers, when people start throwing money at you, or other, privileges or benefits, but it comes at the sacrifice of what you stand for, and your conviction. A lot of them sometimes will forego that in order to obtain that alternative offer, that extra $1 million, or, access to, these people here. I think maintaining your integrity goes a far way, and it's definitely honorable. So I concur with you on that.
Thank you.
Now we said I did give you the platform, but I'm gonna give you it again because this was my second to last question. But one more time so that everybody can to know where can they get the XZACKSWING trainer from? Yeah, you have a website, you have a Facebook, you have a Twitter. What is it again?
Now the web store address is XZACKSWINGtrainer.com. And you can order that product online, and anywhere in the continental United States, we're able to get it out to you within 5 to 7 days. And we've been working on getting that down to 3 to 5 days. But that's XZACKSWINGtrainer.com, the letter X, ZACKSWINGTRAINER.com. And that product is ready and available to be shipped out immediately.
Okay. All right. Sounds good. Now let's see. Oh, this is a very good one, because sometimes, people, they'll see a product and they're like, okay, this is what the product does. This is all it does. Now, can you talk about the other ways in which the trainer can be used, like rehabilitation, and just expound on the potential, because you have YMCAs, you have summer camps for kids, you may have just after school activities that can actually probably use the XZACKSWING trainer just to keep kids involved in wholesome athletic activities, as opposed to some of the negative things that are going on outside in the world. So speak on the rehabilitation, because I know it's one thing to just train the muscles, but sometimes you have athletes that have been hurt, and you don't want them to necessarily jump right back into the the arena at full blast. So give me some information on that.
Yeah, well, the real rehabilitation aspect is that when you look at resistant band, again, those bands are exercise tools that can be used to develop strength without necessarily putting any stress on the joints. Now, it's going to isolate those muscle groups. It's going to target those muscle groups. And once it does that, if you rehabilitating from an injury, it's going to isolate that, and it's going to get you to that desired result or that recovery much quicker than using your barbells, if you will. Anything that's heavy and putting stress on the joints. So yeah, anytime you can take a exercising band or resistant band, it's going to help the rehabilitation process much, much sooner. Now, we pursue the baseball arena, but that's not the only arena that this product will be introduced to. Now, we pursue baseball because that's a large arena. We're looking to about 20 million to 30 million athletes nationwide. So we're gonna start there. But we also have a tennis application. We have a golf application. We also have a application where we'll be able to develop a unit where any individual will be able to use this as an exercise equipment just in your regular jogging or even in just walking. So those are some things that we're going to introduce and bring down the pipe very, very shortly.
Right.
Very interesting concepts.
Yes.
Now, the thing that we like about our product is that it's very simple, but it's very, very effective. And once you see it, it makes perfect sense. And most of the people, probably 98% of the people that have viewed the product have been really impressed to the point that they have that wow effect. Like, wow, that's so simple. Why didn't I come up with that? You know?
Right.
Matter of fact, let me just lift this package up to you and show you exactly what it looks like. Now, this is the Exact Swing trainer.
Okay.
It has a band that attaches to the back, and it has a secondary band that attaches to the waist. And once you start pulling that, it's going to work those muscle groups that's conducive to that swing. This is a very slim box, really small package, but we know that a lot of good things come in small packages.
Definitely. All right. So, but you know what? That's good though, actually, because actually that's a very good, good marketing, ploy too, in the sense that it's portable, you know, so even if it's like, you know, sometimes you have a lot of products that are like, you know, these big monstrosity contraptions, but that, you know, is portable. So it seems like if you're traveling on vacation, but you still just want to kind of keep the chops up, you can just pack that up in like a book bag and take it with you. Or even if you're going to like a game, like a high school game, or even like, you know, Major League Baseball, you can kind of just pack it up, bring it with you, and, you know, getting a couple of swings and stretches, maybe 30 minutes or an hour before the game. So, wow, you know, that whole portability part is that's big too. Don't.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
So,
Yeah, I mean, because you know, it can be attached to a baseball fence, of course.
mm-hmm.
It can be attached to a tailgate latch. It also has a eye screw in the package that could be nailed in any wood beam. And once that eye screw is nailed into that wood beam, then we have what's called a spring snap or a trigger snap that you simply connect to that eye screw, and you're able to use this product anywhere. For instance, like you say, when you go on a vacation, when we take our sons to these baseball tournaments in Florida during the summer, we'll let our tailgate latch down, we'll connect it, and then anybody walking by would say, wow, where'd you get that from?
Right.
Now, at that time, we didn't actually have the product manufactured, but now when they see us and we're out just using the product, they're able to go right to the website and get the product.
All right. And, you know, also I have the videos of your sons actually, I guess, you know, they put it together with ease, and then they show the different resistance band levels at your, well, I don't want to disclose your location, but, you know, where they actually demonstrating how it actually works. So we're going to attach that video also. And then also for the Your Black World audience, we also have a short clip with Mr. STEPHON Zachary and his family. So it was very beautiful just seeing everybody that's kind of involved in it. So it's really good. And now I know you, I'm pretty sure, do you have like some big time athletes, or do you have any like body that's kind of checking for you? I mean, you don't have to name any names at all, but I'm pretty sure there's got to be people that.
Yeah, we have some big name individuals that have looked at the product, and this individual, if I call his name, most people would recognize it right off. But anyway, I was at a meeting with him, and I asked him to take a look at the product. He reluctantly looked at the product. He said to me, he said, listen, I got so many of these swinging tools in my office right now that is of no value to me. And I was like, okay, you know, I just actually take you 2 minutes at max to actually look at what we have. And once we begin to show this individual the product, he was really pleasantly surprised, to the point to where he began to talk about the muscle groups that he saw being targeted in work. And he said to me, he said, now can that belt band be changed from a different pound band to another pound band? I said, absolutely. He said, wow. He said, this is something that can be used from 7 years old to 27 years old. He's just from little league to major league. And I was pleasantly surprised and thankful that this individual that's still in Major League Baseball right now, he is a coach for a Major League Baseball team. And, you know, we was excited that he saw value in it. Now, not only did he see value in it, but I have had several professional scouts. I have had several baseball training facilities that we've introduced this product to, and all of them have been wound. Now, there's a large training facility here in the state of Georgia, the largest. It's up in Cobb County. We had an opportunity to share the product with them 2 weeks ago, Friday. Wow. And they was really, really impressed with the product. Now, most of the people told me not to take it up to this particular facility because, you know, they thought they had all the answers where baseball is concerned. But I went up there with a lot of confidence, shared the product with them. They was absolutely blown away with the product.
Nice. Nice. All right. Well, listen, you know, wow. I wish you great success with this. I'm pretty sure it's going to be a home run, no pun intended. But, you know, I really just the best of wishes, man. I mean, it sounds very good. I'm very enamored with the fact that this is a family business. I'm happy to see that you're able to take this from a shopping line, grocery store shopping line idea to something of this level. So, man, you know, your Black World audience and Financial Juneteenth, everybody's, you know, watching this. I really hope that you guys embrace Mr. STEPHON Zachary and what he has to offer, and go check it out. You know, research it. He gave you the links for you to check out. I'll also post the website, the Facebook, the Twitter for everybody to check out in the article this is going to be attached to. So, Mr. Zachary, did you have any other last words or anything like that?
I just want to thank you all and your audience for this opportunity to share our product. We just want to get it out to as many individuals as we possibly can because we're in the stage where we just simply need to expose the product. Once it's exposed, I think the product will speak for itself. And, you know, we just rely on the grace of God to finish this product, to finish this process, if you will, all for us. And again, we are confident that we have a product that's going to help a lot of athletes for a long period of time in a very simple way, but a very effective way. Thank you very much.
All right. And one more time, because we got to get it out. What's the main website?
The main website is XZACKSWINGtrainer.com. That's the letter X, ZACKSWINGtrainer.com. XZACKSWINGtrainer.com. And on that website, you'll be able to learn a little more about us. We have a peak interest video on there, and we also have an instructional video on the website that gives you very, very simple instruction on exactly how to use this product.
All right. And on that note, we're going to conclude this interview. Thank you for your time, Mr. Zachary.
Thank you very much, Maury.
All right. Take care.